Hello everyone, I'm Gutiontov, the Executive Director of the Center for Intellectual Property Law and Information Technology at DePaul College of Law, and with me today, Professor Anthony Volini, Matt Kresz, third year law student, and Chris Boyd, first year law student. So today we want to discuss why studying intellectual property law and information technology is important for every law student, and also how studying IP and technology at DePaul can help your future career. So let me ask you, all three of you actually, so let's say I want to go to law school. And the first question I'd like to ask, why should I study intellectual property law and technology?
Well, I guess the short answer, with traditional IP, most large businesses encounter IP issues, and also most large businesses encounter technology issues that intersect with the law.
I agree. I think IP and technology is married to business. It's impossible not to encounter IP issues or technology issues. And so if you're going to be a good attorney, you've got to have at least a primer in IP and at least a primer in tech, even if it's not what you want to focus on. Even divorce cases have patents and trademark matters involved sometimes. So point being, even if you're convinced you want to practice in an area that isn't IP, I think you're going to come across it.
And I agree, even issues like privacy, which are being folded into intellectual property, are encroaching on things like criminal law. And you can't, even if you think you'll never touch an IP issue, the fact is every aspect of law is being influenced by technology and intellectual property issues.
And insofar as the technology piece,
that was my next question.
Well,
I studied technology.
Automation is everywhere, and I think we're going to continue to see more data issues as companies become national and international. Data is going to continue to cross state lines. It's going to cross international lines, and so I think we're going to continue to see technology matters surface more and more often as well.
We also have to consider the ethics of automation, the ethics of technology. There's a lot of aspects of law that haven't been covered. You know, e-discovery, which again is used in every single aspect of law, is something that is still being discussed as an important issue for the future of law.
Great point.
Okay. So how can DePaul educate you in technology?
Well, one of the big things that we've done is we're allowing any law student after the first year to take a handful of IT courses from our computing school and to count those for JD credit. And then we also have existing law courses that focus on technology. So that combination of coursework, I think, could really help students.
Mm-hmm. You know, so I've got a technology background and tech exec background, and I think these courses, in my opinion, I've taken 2 or 3 of them now, they're so relevant and they're so popular.
And can you tell us a little more about courses you have taken?
Oh, sure. So I'm currently taking the data security, data privacy class, and it covers regulations and rules in just about every type of business, whether it's a private business, whether there are any governmental regulations like in the banking industry, for example. So, you know, just very applicable to any type of work, any type of law. And I found it very relevant, and I found it very modern and cutting edge. And that's, you know, coming from someone who's got deep tech experience.
So what if I'm a law student or a prospective law student, but I have absolutely no technology background or any sort of science background? What do I do now?
I mean, I suppose I'm the poster child for that, given I came from a liberal arts background. I think DePaul has set up the programs and has given me the tools to both learn what I need to, as well as give me the support network to actually grow in the field. And by that I mean that the cross-listed courses, which I will be taking several as I proceed through my law career, the advice I've been given, not just from Professor Volini, but other professors all throughout the IP program, the connections it's afforded me through CIPLIT, IBLAC, all different programs in Chicago. I mean, presence in downtown Chicago is fantastic right there. And even DePaul's name and reputation have given me the chance to ask for advice and really learn more about the technological side. And moving forward through courses, I'm really excited to get to learn more and really embrace the aspects of copyright, trademark, privacy, those things that you don't need the science background to really learn.
So did you have any opportunity while you're now a 1L, a first-year student, and you're a third-year law student, did you get any opportunity to study anything IP or technology related during your first year of law school?
I believe we both can speak to the IP writing program that's here, which is a specialized IP legal research and writing clinic, and taught actually by Professor Volini for both of us. And we're lucky that we get to research and investigate more in-depth issues that come out in the IP field. So while other classes are going through probably more traditional legal issues, we get to focus more on how these same traditional legal issues affect copyright, patent. We're working on a privacy issue right now. And so we get to dive a little bit more in depth into these things that really do affect business as a whole.
Yeah, I agree. I think the IP legal writing section for me was sort of a jumpstart into my legal career, and I found that to be very unique. So I was delighted to be invited into the program and delighted to participate in the program. You know, one more thought, just reflecting on the crossover courses too. I think they're really structured in such a way that someone that doesn't have any technical experience like Kresz can jump right in. The course is just laid out so easily. It's so easy to understand. It's not intimidating at all. It's easy to follow, easy to understand. And then even someone like me that's a little bit more experienced, I can still extract a tremendous amount of value from it. So it's very cool in that regard.
Yeah, so the courses from our computing school, you don't need tech background.
No.
Intro to programming, it's introductory.
Yeah.
Business continuity, disaster recovery, there's no prereqs for that. It focuses on what happens if your data center explodes. what are your backup plans? And then finally, information security management is a management course. So you're not writing, computer code. So it's very doable for a law student with no background.
Yeah, we haven't even touched upon the fact that we have an LLM program that's a very close connection with the computing school, which takes all that and pushes it, a year longer, but a lot further, and allows a lot more access into cybersecurity and technology issues as well.
That's right. Our JDMS for the really ambitious students who want to get a full master's in computer science beyond their law degree. We have a couple of students. One or two students do that each year.
But if you don't want to, spend a whole extra year to receive additional degree, you can pursue one of our 4 IP and technology certificates that we offer, and you literally can fit all those courses within your JD required hours. So we have information technology law certificate and IP, general IP certificate, patent certificate. So you have a whole variety of choices that are open to you. And even if you decide that you don't even want to have a certificate, you could just take a few courses and mix some of the computing school courses with some of the traditional law courses. For example, you can take this introduction to programming and disaster recovery course, but you could also it can also work very well with our traditional law courses like internet law and trademark and fair competition law and IP valuation, because it literally makes you very well, gives you a well-rounded education in technology and law.
Well, and let me bridge something that you said just now and what Kresz said earlier about new opportunities and networking and so on. Taking some of these courses, I think, really lets students talk with a new type of client, lets them talk with a chief marketing officer who's interested in protecting IP rights on LinkedIn and copyright and that kind of thing, and also lets them talk to CTOs and CIOs from a technical perspective as well. So I think it really opens the doors.
Okay.
All right. Well,
so if you are a prospective student, there are many opportunities here at DePaul to help you with studying intellectual property law, traditional intellectual property law, and information technology.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.